r/ask Reddit. Teenagers of Reddit. What is something you want to ask adults of Reddit? Does it get more lonely as you grow older? I'm around people less, but I like me more. I would also add the friendships you have as an adult you appreciate more. I had lots of friends in high school, now it's scaled down, but they're more meaningful. I'm only 23 and this resonates. Thinking back to time I wasted as a kid is insane. If I had that free time now, I'd never be bored. I'm able to be a lot happier on my own. So much time and effort was spent trying to impress people I didn't really like. Now I don't care. I do stuff I enjoy. And if someone thinks that's lame, well, that's their problem. I don't block out criticism and I'm not opposed to new things. I just don't fret over what people who would barely qualify as acquaintances think anymore. If it feels good, do it. Are these really the best years of our lives? No, definitely not. It gets much better. I'm happy to hear this. No, they are not. Do not peak in high school. Your 20s are awesome. Duck. I'm having a blast in my 30s. Not too stoked about hitting my 40s. But that's not for another 7 years. When I was in high school, I was in good shape. I was healthy. I had a lot of friends. School was easy. In retrospect, live was good. But now, life is great. Except that my dog just busted ass. That kind of sucks. I've got a nice car. I've got a good apartment. I have enough money to do what I want. Well, okay, I can't hop a plane to Paris even though I really want to do that. But, if I want new clothes, I can go get them. If I want to go away for the weekend, I can do that. 33 is pretty good. I'll stick with it for a few more months. 40s are pretty cool too. I have a lot more patience and discipline than I used to, which leads to the best part of the trifecta. I'm way more financially stable. I also enjoy my hobbies a lot more because I can invest a reasonable amount in them without impacting my budget. And the whole patience things allows me to spend the time to really develop them. Going to do my best to pay for 2 college educations over the next 7 years, though, so I could be in for a storm on the financial side. Stay in shape though. If you don't, it will really bite you in the ass. Today is my 20th birthday and this thread is giving me an identity crisis. As I read through these questions, the one piece of advice that I believe is cross-generational is there is no comfort in the growth zone, but there is no growth in the comfort zone. Teenagers already know everything. We are invincible too. You don't need to tell us twice. We are the real adults here. Do you really need most of the things you learn in school, like trig and chemistry? You learn some of those things simply to help you exercise your critical thinking skills. That definitely explains it then. Better than teachers explain it. One of my professors said something that will always stick with me and I try to tell people any chance I get. He told the class on the first day that he doesn't expect anyone to remember what he taught us. This was a general education class. He said he teaches it so it will change the way we think and analyze certain citations, and expand the way we think about certain problems we will come across in many of the situations we will face in our lives. Why do you go on Reddit? I thought you're adults and that you don't have much free time. I'm multitasking. Shut your face. I always thought Reddit and similar social media sites appeal to teenagers or twintissima things. Why do you older folks enjoy Reddit? Is there a particular subreddit you like or what is it about Reddit that you like? Nobody really grows up, just gains more responsibility and independence. I think my maturity peaked around 20. I'm 27, but I still have a question for older folks. How do you afford a house? How does that shit work? I make like $25,000 a year. How the duck am I supposed to afford a $250,000 house? Edit. Whoa. I woke up to a lot of questions and advice. For your information, I personally am not looking for a $250,000 house. It just seems like many of the houses in my city cost at least that much. I'm sure I could move to another city and pay less. And secondly, I'm just starting out in my career. I know I don't make a shit ton of money like some of you, but I'm steadily doing better and making more. It's a difficult and strange industry, but it's what I love to do and it makes me happy. Step 1. Relocate to an area that fits your income. Step 2. Live within your means and buckle down to save. Step 3. Build your credit rating for a loan approval. Could be step 1. Step 4. Find a career that pays better. 25k a year? I hope you like living in Tornado Alley or the Deep South. Start looking at a trade of some kind. Something that interests you and is in high demand. You may need to save and relocate. In school, you're taught a lesson and then given a test. In life, you're given a test that teaches you a lesson, not an answer to a specific question in here, and I'm sure it will get buried, but this was a hard lesson for me to learn. How are you? Good, thanks. I've been 18 for 20 days, so I now know everything there is to know about being an adult. Glad to be spreading my knowledge around to the youngsters. More directed towards parents. Is there any way that you can trust a guy your daughter is dating? I oftentimes hear that even the best teenage guy is still untrustworthy. Why would I not trust my daughter's boyfriend? I trust my daughter. I trust both my children to find people who are worthy of them. And so far, they have not let me down. I expect both my children to know how to say no if they are not ready, and to never pressure someone else into going beyond what they want to do in a relationship. If she brought home a guy who was emotionally manipulative, I would definitely point it out. But the bottom line is that kids who are old enough to date are mostly beyond the influence of their parents anyway. Can I stay on your lawn? No. If you hurt yourself, like kids do, your stupid parents will sue me simply because you were there and it belongs to me. If you lose a tennis ball, it's mine. You little shit. Are you ever going to feel free again? I mean, it seems like after childhood you are stuck in school, then have a job until you retire. Life just seems depressing. You're as free as you want to be. I didn't like my job, so I quit and moved to Australia and then to London. Life is what you make of it. I admit there are times when you don't feel free as an adult. It depends on how you define free, I suppose. Say you get married, great times. You have this person to share your life with. Both the successes and the struggles. That's a good thing. But it costs a little freedom. Now you don't get to just make decisions for yourself without considering someone else. Now you have some kids. Fantastic. Parenting is very satisfying. But again, now you have little people wholly dependent on you. You don't always get to just leave a job because your boss is a jerk. You have to provide. That's a little freedom you also lost. But the thing is, these are choices you make. You can certainly never settle down. Either never have kids or have kids and bail on them. And you can consider yourself free. You're free from being responsible for anyone but you. You can do it, and some people do and are happy, but for most of us, living with no responsibilities to others is a pretty hollow existence. The key is to recognize these choices you make, and enjoy the experience of not being entirely free. I had kids. That's a choice I made, and I volunteer to coach their sports and be a Boy Scout leader, and I have a heck of a good time being not free. Does it suck that I don't have every weekend to sleep in, scratch myself and do whatever I damn well please? Well, sometimes, but I like what I'm doing a heck of a lot more than not doing it. And really, as the kids get older, you find that you do have more time for your hobbies and interests. It's not the drag that some adults make it out to be. Those people would be miserable with or without kids and with or without a job or responsibilities. It's not depressing. It's pretty great. Always wear sunscreen. I graduated in '99. Didn't get most of this song then, as I'm 33 now. It's so true. 30k comments. It's going to get buried. But if a few people watch this, I'll be glad. Whoa, you made it to the end? You're a ducking beast. I'll cut you a deal. Smash like and subscribe for more curated content, bruh. It's free and that's a great price.